At Sofiaro, we believe that every dog deserves a spa day, and what better way to pamper your pooch than with our fully equipped mobile grooming service. We bring the salon to your driveway so your furry friend can enjoy a stress-free grooming experience without the hassle of car rides or waiting in line. From a simple bath to a full-on makeover, our gentle and loving groomers are here to make your pup look and feel fabulous, all while keeping the tail wags and barks of joy coming. So sit back, relax, and let us turn your pup into the best-dressed dog on the block. Call or text 254-992-2393 to book your next appointment. You can also set up an appointment on our Facebook page by clicking on our online booking link. Chris Coakley live here, CBUS Sports Broadcasting, Tuesday night from McGregor High School as the McGregor Bulldogs welcome in the West Trojans in district play. Off to a good start this season. Coach Allison brings his Trojans in at 10-10, 2-2 overall in district play, Looking at their last 7 ball games, they are 3-4 in district play going back to the opener against the Bulldogs up at West on January 16th, a 46-67 loss versus the Bulldogs. Then on the 23rd, they hosted Whitney as the Wildcats came away with a 56-52 win. Get 2 in a row on the winning track January 30th, a Friday evening, as they hosted Detroit Trojans, a 73-37 win there. Then at Clifton on Saturday night, the 31st, a 49-41 win. Coach Zach Stumbaugh brings in his Bulldogs at 11-12, 4-0 in district play. Coming off the last 7 ball games, 5-2 overall in district play, as mentioned, at 67-46 win up at Troy on the 16th. On the 20th here against Clifton, a 54-31 win. On the 23rd, a 52-39 win at Troy. Then last Tuesday night, a 66-50 win at Whitney. And that game was here on CBUS Sports Broadcasting. On this game back on January 16th, 67-46, Bubba Zacharias led all scorers with 19. 4 scorers for the Bulldogs in double figures. Luke Appleby was 13, Juju Franks with 12, and Chance Smith with 9. Aiden Poteet led the Trojans with 15, and A.J. McLaughlin tossed in 10 in that ball game. A couple weeks ago, starting lineups in tonight's ball game have a scratch. It was Luke Rogers. It's going to be number 2, A.J. McLaughlin, the senior. Number 3, Ledger Nardell, the 5'11 senior, averaging 6.1. Sam Jenick, number 4, 5'8 senior, averaging 8.1. Aiden Green, a 6-foot senior, averaging 5.3. And the big guy in the middle, Aiden Poteet, wears number 45, the 6'7 senior, averaging 14.5. For the Bulldogs, Coach Zach Stumbaugh, Juju Franks, the senior, number 0, averaging 15, the 6-foot senior. Number 1, Braxton Franks, the 5'8 senior, averaging 4.5. Chance Smith, the freshman, 5'11, averaging 13.8. Bubba Zacharias, 6'2", the senior, averaging 14.3 and 9.5 rebounds per contest. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Bulldogs of McGregor High School, in the middle, number 35, the big junior, 6'3", Luke Appleby, averaging 6.5 points a ball game and 7.5 rebounds. Looking forward to getting this one underway. We are streaming on our Mixler channel. We will be recording this broadcast and getting it out on our YouTube and Twitch channels later this evening. We do appreciate the athletic department here at McGregor High School, as well as the coaching of both staff, to allow us to broadcast this game tonight. Full house, packed here at McGregor High School. Big, second time through the district lineup. District standings real quick. We'll go through that. The Bulldogs 11-12, 4-0 in district play. Whitney at 16-6 at 3-1. The West Trojans 10-10 at 2-2. The Clifton Cubbies 11-6, 1-3 And Troy is 9-17, 0-4 in district play. Be interesting to see how they handle the big man, Aiden Poteet. He had 14 and a half points, or 15 points in that first contest up at West on the 16th. Bulldogs wearing their home uniforms trimmed in white uniforms trimmed in black and gold. Road uniforms for the West Trojans, black trimmed in red and white. Aiden Poteet versus Bubba Zacharias, center circle, getting this one underway. Varsity game tonight, your girls, West won 63-29 over the Lady Bulldogs. Tip up, controlled in the back court by the Trojans. Number 3, that's Nardell. He'll bring it into the front court, man-to-man, actually a 1-2-2 zone, once again in the front court. Errant pass out of bounds, tipped by Chance Smith. Janet gets the start tonight. Had it Luke Rogers, the 6'2" senior. But Janet gets the start for the Trojans into the backcourt. He'll take it back there. Multiple camera positions tonight, folks, so bear with me, trying to stay with it. Steal by Juju into the front court. Chance Smith over on the left wing. That's Braxton Franks, man-to-man defense for the Trojans of West High School. Chance picks it up back on the timeline, left side extended. That goes to Braxton. Between the rings, Chance drops it off to Juju on the right side. Back over to Juju. Looks like a 1-2-2 as well for the West Trojans. Gets it at the elbow. Skip pass cross court. Braxton with a long 3, rattles in and out. Bubba with the rebound. Comes down with the loose ball. Kicks it back out to Chance Smith. He'll kick a 3. Rattles in and out. Out of bounds off the face of Nardell. Ledger took one right in the chops as Poteet couldn't control the ball off the glass. So Braxton Franks will inbound for the Bulldogs under his own basket. 7:05, first quarter, no score. Skip pass over to Chance on the right side. Down low to Appleby off the glass and kisses it home. Give another assist to Bubba Zacharias. They extend the press, 1-2-2, gets it into the front court. Ball thrown away and out of bounds off of a Bulldog, so it'll be West basketball. Able to talk to Juju Franks before the game. Nice young man. Appreciate his comments, giving me some insight to what the stet's going to be tonight. Gets it over to Janik on the right side. Picked up there by Juju. Tries to get it down on the baseline. Picks up his dribble. Gets it out top to Ledger Nardell. He'll launch a 22-footer. Air ball. Bulldog basketball in the student section. Will let him hear it. Bubba Zacharias inbound. Tosses it into Juju. Gets it across the midcourt stripe. Number 12, that's Aiden Green. Matches up. Braxton down on the baseline. Right side, picks up his dribble, looking for help. Bounce at the elbow to Bubba Zacharias. Back court to Appleby and knocks it home. Nice look by the big men working together. 4-0 your score, 6-10. Bulldogs on top. Steal into the front court. That's Juju Franks into the paint. Gets a Euro step off the glass. Juju with his first 2, averaging 15 in district play. 6-0, Bulldogs quickly. Coach Travis Allison up quick. Full court pressure. Into the front court. That's Aiden Poteet. Outside wing, right side. Gets it to Janik. Tip away from Chance Smith. Loose ball. Juju dived on the court, tried to save it, out of bounds. It'll be West basketball. Luke Rogers will come in, as well as number 32. That's Hayden McCabe. So Rogers, the 6'2 senior, averaging 5.1. McCabe, 6'5 junior, averaging 2.3. Full court to 1-2-2. AJ McLaughlin gets it in the front court to Aiden Green. Ball tipped. Pulled down. Foul going to be on number 12. I believe that's Aiden Green, his first, team's first, as he was able to give Luke Appleby on the loose ball a little shove in the back up off the bench for Coach Allison. Number 10, John Crane, the 6' junior. He'll replace Green. Crane averaging 4.8. 2-3 zone. Smith to Franks, timeline right side, down in the corner to Appleby. Back out top to Juju. Elbow, Braxton on the baseline, gets it off the glass, misses the shot, gets fouled. Aiden Poteet, he'll pick up his first, team second. Nice job on the back cut once again by Braxton Franks. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Six nothing your score at the 5:09 mark. Sorry, folks, let me turn on the scoreboard. That would help. So Braxton Franks gets his first shot to drop his first point of the night. Second shot for the senior, rattles it home. So 2 for 2 from the line here early. Full court pressure once again. Ball stolen away. Juju takes it to the glass, goes up, misses the shot. Loose ball pulled down by Appleby. Gets it over in the corner. Chance can't handle it, out of bounds. Nice aggressive attack by the Bulldogs at the glass. We got a timeout. 30-second. We'll take one as well. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
Sports are played by humans, coached by humans, and officiated by humans. So the next time you're sitting in the stands at a school athletic event, please remember this and maintain your humanity, especially when it comes to judging and critiquing athletes, coaches, and officials. Please show your fellow humans some respect. They'll appreciate your empathy.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
You're listening to the CBUS Sports Radio High School Basketball Game of the Week. A.J. McLaughlin will inbound it for the Trojans, down 8-0 here in the first quarter. Now they extended that press way up. Into the front court, that's Poteet. Gets the shot off the backboard, rebound fought down. Mike K puts up the shot. Juju with the rebound, averaging 4.5. Coach wants him to run. Juju down in the corner, that's Braxton. He'll launch a 3, nothing but net. 5 points for Braxton Franks. The Cousins connect for a three-pointer. Off the rim, rebound pulled down, loose ball I should say. Rogers, up Luke Rogers, offensive charge. Goes to the floor. I believe Bubba took the charge. Students, sorry folks, are right in the middle of the scoreboard. Nice headshot there of a young lady. Sorry folks, just messing around. Girls are standing right in front of the camera, so not able to show you. See if they set down now. So Braxton Franks will inbound under his own basket. 11-0 your score. Bulldogs on top. Juju Franks, 3-ball off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down by number 15, Caden Overcash. He's into the game. Quickly into the front court. Ball stolen away by Zacharias. Gets it up to Smith. He'll lay it off the glass. Chance Smith picks up his first 2. 13-0 run. Rogers quickly into the front court, drops in the corner. McLaughlin, 3-ball. That's an air ball. Zacharias with another rebound. Coach Stumbo put it in gear, boys. Smith into the front court. He'll pull it back. Didn't have numbers. Zacharias back over to Smith. Back down to Appleby in the corner. Out between the rings will reset it. High post kick over to Juju. Down on the baseline now, kicked and stolen away by number 10, John Crane. Nice play. Crane gets it in the front court right side. Stutter step, thought he walked. Drops it off to Overcash. Drops it off to loose ball once again. Hayden Poteet, spin move in the paint. Misses the shot. Rebound pulled down by Appleby. Zacharias, Franks, Juju in the corner. Over to Bubba. Elbow. Picks up the ball. Back out top to Braxton. Smith will launch a 3 off the back of the flange. Zacharias is going to get called for over the back. He did reach just a bit. First team foul on Bubba. First Bulldog foul as well to 2:54 mark. 13-0 your score. Looks like the students sat down. Let's see if I can get a scoreboard there. Keep an eye on that for you. So in the backcourt, oh, he picked it up off his hip. Should have been a double dribble. Gets it over to Luke Rogers into the front court to Poteet. Launches a three-ball, nothing but net for the big man. He has a great shot from the outside. So the Trojans are able to get on the board here at the 2:36 mark. At the foul line, back out to Braxton. He'll launch a second three, a little short. It lodges up between the rim. So the turnover, the ball will go over to the West Trojans. Julio Dominguez up off the bench for Coach Stumble. He'll come to the game for Braxton Franks. Last shot by Braxton, 5 points in the first quarter, just a bit flat. So Crane will inbound it. He gets it into Luke Rogers. Trap gets it back across in the middle. Petit picks up the loose ball into the front court. That's Rogers. Dominguez all over in the paint. Rogers kisses it up off the glass. The big man has 5 points. 13-5, 2:13 left. Dominguez, right side, gets it to elbow on the left. Smith thought about the three out top, pulls it back out in that 2-3 zone. Juju, right wing, kicks it back out to Chance. Leads Juju into the step, didn't take the shot. That's number 5, Kai Cook over there quickly. Zacharias over to Dominguez in the paint, pulls it back out, ball stolen away by Cook as he goes the other way. Misses the shot, Zacharias with the rebound. Could have been a foul call, was not made. Juju into Chance into the paint, back out to Juju. Stutter step, pulls it back down. Loose ball in the corner, he needs some help. Gets it to Chance, ball knocked out of bounds. Will be Bulldog basketball. 13-5 at the 1:27 mark here, first quarter. At least Coach Zach Zumball wants a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. Bulldogs on top, 13-5.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Texas at highschoolofficials.com.
Getting back to live action here, 13-5, your score, 1:27 left in the first quarter. Packed house tonight here at McGregor High School. Not a seat to be found. So Bulldogs will inbound under their own basket. Bubba Zacharias will trigger. Dominguez into the game. The rest, the original starters. It's in for Braxton Frank. Gets it out to Juju. Fall back into that 2-3 zone. Wants the Bulldogs to shoot him out of it. Dominguez, left wing. Back out to Zacharias. Juju thought about it. Stutter step, picks up the dribble. Over to Dominguez, gets his feet set, launches the three. Rattles it home. Ario Dominguez, three-pointer. A lot of pressure in the backcourt. West down in the corner. That's Rogers. Floats up the 5-footer. This is the shot. Kisses off the glass with the rebound. Second off effort by Poteet. Doesn't get it to drop, but he is fouled. Zacharias will pick up his second, team second, as Poteet will go to the line, shooting two. Braxton Franks back up off the bench. Got to protect Bubba with 2 fouls. Poteet's first shot has all 6 of the West Trojan points here in the first quarter. So Zacharias will take a breather. Bubba hasn't scored yet. It's been doing a hard job, or working hard on the glass. 6'7", about 270. Second shot is good as well. West pulls back out of full court pressure. Bring it across the timeline. Chance out top, facing that 2-3 zone. Over to Dominguez, just hit a 3. Back out, trying to reverse the ball. Dominguez, if he gets his feet set, he's deadly. Down in the corner, that's Appleby. Back out top to Smith. He'll launch a 3-ball off the rim. Poteet with another rebound. Quickly into the front court. Cook, stutter step. I thought he walked. He'll get it up off the glass, and he'll kiss it home, 16-9. Your score as the Trojans are coming back here a little bit at the end of the first period. Juju over in the corner to Chance. High post, that's to Braxton. Back out top, launches the 3 ball. No foul call. Will go to the second quarter. Your score, the West Trojans 9, McGregor Bulldogs 16. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
Thank you for tuning in to CBUS Sports Radio for tonight's broadcast. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at CBUS Sports Radio, all one word, for live updates on all our broadcasts. You can also listen to our broadcast archives on demand on our website, www.cbussportsradio.com.
So 16-9 your score. Bulldogs got out to a 13-0 start. Early scoring. Aiden Petit with 7 of the 9 points for the West Trojans. Braxton Franks leads the Bulldogs, with 5. He's in for Bubba Zacharias, who is in foul trouble. I think they're going to, Coach Stumbaugh will bring Bubba back in to start this second quarter. Will be the original starters on the court for the West Trojans. Number 15, Caden Overcash. Number 45, Aiden Petit. Number 1, Luke Rogers. Number 12, Aiden Green. And number 5, Kai Cook. So it will be the original starters: Zacharias Franks, Braxton Franks, Chance Smith, and Luke Appleby. So Bubba tosses it into Chance. Will bring it across the timeline. Once again, sitting back in that 2-3 zone. High post over to Braxton. Gets a 3 ball off, a little short. Rogers with the rebound. Somehow the lid got put on the basket. Bulldogs not able to convert. Gets the ball to Poteet out top between the rings. Green, stutter step, flips it back over to Rogers, who launches a 3 ball and nail it. Luke Rogers averaging 5.1. Makes it a 4-point, 16-12 lead for the McGregor Bulldogs. Chance out top. Floats it over to Juju. Thought about a 3, kicks it back over to Chance. Reversing that 2-3 zone quickly. They got to move the ball around. Flat shot, 3 ball by Juju, misses it. Green with the rebound. The Trojans will head the other way. Into the front court, into the corner. That's Rogers, picked up there by Zacharias. Skip pass out of bounds, going to be a foul. Let's see who they call it on. It's going to be on the Bulldogs, I believe. It's going to be on Chance Smith. His first, team's first here in the second quarter. So down to a 4-point lead. West has fought back here, played good basketball in the last 3 minutes of that first quarter. So Luke Rogers out top. Kind of flying back into a 3-2 zone now for the Bulldogs. Down in the corner to Poteet. He'll launch a 3. It looks like a good shot. Off the back of the rim, rebound pulled down by Cook. He'll toss it off to Rogers. Air ball, loose ball, Green on the tip. Aiden Green picks up his first 2. 2-point lead. Zacharias on the wing, over to Juju. 16-14, 6:28 left, first half. Zacharias elbow, right side. Back cut. Chance Smith gets the push, nothing there. That's Braxton Franks with another 2. So the senior 7 points early on here in this contest. Keeping the Bulldogs on the board. Rogers over to Green, picked up by Juju. Should have been a foul, not called. Over Cash, off the glass, missed shot. Rebound pulled down by Braxton Franks. Loose ball, able to be controlled by the Trojans. 3 ball, air ball, that was by Cook. Rebound pulled down, missed shot. Appleby with the rebound. Bounces it off to Juju, they'll head the other way. Juju out top, running the point. Looking for a crease, bounce pass to Chance. Timeline extended, skip pass over to Zacharias, keeps it in bounds. Ball stolen away. Floppy play for the Bulldogs to the glass. Goes Rogers, he'll kiss it home. 18-16, 5:17 mark. So that 13-0 run, give it a 16-3 or 16-5 run for the West Trojans. Juju on the 3-ball, misses it, pulled down by Overcash, quickly into the front court. Stutter step, Rogers floats it up off the front of the rim, gets his own rebound, kicks it over to Overcash. He'll take it to elbow, out top to Cook. Got away with a walk in the corner. That's Green off the rim. Poteet, ball knocked out of bounds off the Bulldogs. So nice ball movement by the West Trojans. Overcash gets a breather as well as Kai Cook. A.J. McLaughlin and number 3, Ledger Nardell back into the game. Philip Winterick in for Bubba Zacharias for the Bulldogs. Nardell gets it into Green. He floats it around the glass, in and out. Tip goes up, miss, rebound Poteet. He'll knock it home. 6'7" on the glass. Knotted up at 18. Bulldogs have to get something out of this set. Juju back out top to Chance. Over on the left wing now. That on the baseline to Winterick. Juju stutter step on the baseline. Can get a blocking foul on Poteet. His second, that's important. I would keep going after the big man here. 4:18 left in the second quarter. West fans not happy about the call, but his feet were still moving. He wasn't set. Braxton Franks will go ahead and trigger as Bubba's back up off the bench quickly. Chance will launch a 3-ball, air ball pulled down by Ledger Nardell. He'll get it into the front court. Over in the corner to Green. Stutter step, gets through with a Euro step, flips it up, gets his own rebound, kicks it out top. Ledger Nardell over to Janik. He'll launch a 3, rattles in and out, ball blatted around. Juju with the rebound. Quickly, Bulldogs go the other way. Zach Stumball calls a full timeout. We'll take a breather as well. CBUS Sports Broadcasting. You're listening to the CBUS Sports Radio High School Basketball Game of the Week. So here we are, knotted at 18 in the second quarter. An 18-5 run for the West Trojans to get back into this contest. Ladies action tonight. The Lady Bulldogs fought hard, but fell to West 63-29 in varsity action. Bubba will inbound, full court pressure now as Janik will pick up on Chance Smith. Gets it over to Juju. Walk it across the line. Man-to-man defense, actually running a 1-2-2 with a floater. Zacharias, top of the key. Gets it in, elbow over to Juju. Steps it back out as they collapse on him. Looks for the 5 count, has to move. Steps out of bounds, turnover. Will be Bulldog basketball. Coach Stumball telling him to slow down just a little bit. I like this set. They were real effective. McLaughlin back in for the Trojans. Winterick takes a break as Braxton Franks will come in. So 1-2-2 as they meet him at half court. Janik picks up his dribble, gets it across. Spin move, drops it down, blocked by Luke Appleby. Nardell with the ball. Kick it back out to Janik. They'll set the offense. 3:13 left, knotted at 18. He'll hit it between the rings now. Gets it down in the corner to Green. Gets away or gets called for the travel, and Green wants the walk. Juju was there defensively, did a fine job. He did shuffle the pups as he tried to pivot. So full court man-to-man. Janik on Smith. Green on Franks. That's Juju. Tosses it into Braxton. He'll get it across the timeline. Gets his dribble. He's going to on the floor. Going to be a foul going to be on number 2. That's McLaughlin, his first. Team second. So Bubba Zacharias yet to score, averaging 14.3 in district play. Gets it in the backcourt to Chance Smith. He'll picked up there by Janik. Gets the screen from Appleby. Picks up his dribble. Kicks it across. Thrown out of bounds. So another unforced turnover. 2:47 left. Still knotted at 18 here at McGregor High School. Ledger Nardell picked up his dribble. High post left side. Kick there by Appleby. Out of bounds. Will be Trojan basketball. Nice job by the big man. Poteet up off the bench with 2 fouls. He'll replace McCabe, who came in to replace him. Protect the foul situation. Good offensive tackle for the West Trojans on the football field. Gets the ball to McLaughlin. He launches a 3 off the back of the rim. Should have been over the back on Poteet. Rebound miss, out of bounds. Scrum for the ball off of Appleby. Aiden Green was able to knock it off a big Luke. It will be Trojan basketball to 2:31 mark. Ledger Nardell gets it into Poteet. Up and drops the basket. Going to be number 3 on Bubba Zacharias. So 2:30 mark. He's probably going to have to come out of the game. Looks like Nate DeGreat will come into the ball game for Bubba Zacharias as Poteet will go to the line, shooting 1, trying to convert the conventional 3-point play. West have been playing good the last 2 games. You can see the difference between opening night and now. Over the back, no foul calls. Nate DeGreat gets the rebound and takes it the other way. Loses the basketball, tip. Nate able to come down with it. Steps on the foul line, sideline, and out of bounds. So we'll be inbounding in the front court here. So into the backcourt to Ledger Nardell. Picked up there by DeGreat. Poteet on the right wing. He'll go to the baseline, spin move. Loose ball out of bounds will be off of Nate DeGreat. Nate coming back to action tonight after missing a few games. Into McLaughlin, tried to get it in over to Janik. He'll take it to the glass, forces it up. Loose ball over the back. Got to be a foul on Poteet, and it is. So the Poteet, the 6'7" post player, picks up his 3rd at the 2:05 mark. He'll go to the bench. So Zacharias with 3, Poteet with 3, so that evens out the foul issue here. So Chance Smith takes the toss into the front court. DeGreat gets it down low to Appleby. Gets it to to Juju. Nice assist there by Luke Appleby. Knotted back at 20. 1:50 left in the second quarter. Into the front court quickly. 8-footer, nothing but net. Nice job for John Crane. He'll pick up his first 2. 2-point lead for the West Trojans. Chance Smith working against Green. Picks up his dribble. Braxton Franks down on the baseline. Back over to Chance. In the corner. He likes that shot. McLaughlin got there quickly. Chance high post to Juju. On the elbow. 6-footer off the glass. Pulled down by Crane. We'll take it the other way. Rogers gets fouled from behind by Nate DeGreat on the floor. Nice foul by Nate. I like the play. Dominguez at the scorer's table. He'll be coming in. Nate comes out. So a little offense, defense. Hario a little bit better outside shooter. Backdoor to Green off the glass. And they ran that nicely. 24-20 your score. Juju gets it across. Under a minute now. Playing an aggressive 2-2 zone, loose ball. McLaughlin should have been called. Ball turned over. Nice job by Braxton Franks on the steal off the glass. 47 seconds. Nice hustle play by the senior. Green into the front court. Takes it up. A lot of contact. He'll get it to drop. 6 points for Aiden Green. We got a timeout. Stoppage in play. Not sure why. 26-22 with 36:88 on the clock. Substitution, Kai Cook will come back in for Aiden Green. Green scored the last 4 points for the West Trojans. See if Coach holds it for the last shot. Working against Cook, gets it over to Franks. Down in the corner. Appleby likes that shot on McLaughlin. Great height disadvantage. Should have been fouled. Nothing called as McLaughlin reached in on Chance Smith. To the glass. McLaughlin misses a shot. Dominguez ties him up. Jump ball's called. Possession arrow favors Troy. Looked like on the other end of the court, McLaughlin got into Juju Franks, or Chance Smith, excuse me. Foul wasn't called as Green's back in as they get the opportunity to score here before halftime. Alley-oop off the hands of Braxton Franks over to Crane. He'll launch the three, hits the top of the backboard and does not go down. So finally they stop the clock. So 8.61 opportunity here for the Bulldogs. Full court pressure. Luke Rogers back in. Aiden Green in the backcourt. They get it to Chance Smith. Chance will quickly get it up into the front court. Sorry, folks, the spectators. Appleby launches the three ball. Nothing but air. We'll go to halftime. 26-22. Troy on top. We'll come back and update this one as quick as we can. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid's solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah,
come on! What's wrong with you?
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need. to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
getting ready to get this one back underway here at McGregor High School. Starters back on the floor for the West Trojans. Aiden Poteet, the big man, number 45 with 3 fouls. Let's see if Coach Zach Stumbaugh goes after him, try to get him in foul trouble. They are a different team with him off the court. Conversely, Bubba Zacharias was 3, one of the leading rebounders here in the district. Also has to be careful to not to pick up that 4th foul early. Got to get the offense running. They were doing a great job in the first 3 minutes of this, utilizing the back cut. See if they can get back to that here in the second half. 26-22, Bulldogs trail. Zacharias will inbound at midcourt. Gets it into the backcourt. I was looking to get it into the backcourt. Drops it into Braxton. Back off to Bubba. 2-3 zone. Chance Smith. Timeline extended on the left side. He'll get a screen. Green will come out. Braxton Franks looks for the elbow. Not there. Tough defense by Janik. Bubba Zacharias down in the corner to Appleby. Back out to Zacharias. Chance Smith all alone over here in the right corner, right in front of me. Over to Juju in the corner. 3 ball for Appleby. He likes that shot off the front of the rim. Nardell with the rebound. Should have been a turnover, a travel, as 2 players collided. Nardell picks up his dribble, timeline, gets it down to Janik on the baseline. Back out top, right wing, he looks for a crease. Janik once again, he'll launch the 3. Air ball pulled down by Braxton Franks. Should have been a foul on the Trojans on Green, nothing called. Into the front court to Smith. Step back 3 for the freshman off the back of the rim. McLaughlin with the rebound, quick shot once again for the Bulldogs. Nardell takes it across. Poteet goes up. See who they call the foul on. He'll shoot 2. It's either going to be on Juju or Bubba. It's going to be on Juju, his first, as they kind of doubled up the big man. Luckily, the foul wasn't on Bubba Zacharias. That would have been his 4th at the 6:58 mark here in the 3rd quarter. So Poteet at the line, shooting 2. First shot, rattles in and out. Crowd into the game tonight, that's for sure. Student section sitting or standing the entire time. You can hear him in the background. Second shot, misses. McLaughlin with a rebound. Nice job on the boards for the senior. Gets it to Green, back to McLaughlin. He'll shoot a 3, little short. Poteet with the rebound, floats it up, nothing but net. 28-22, Bulldogs trail by 6. Chance Smith, this 2-3 zone, they've got to shoot him out of it or try to get it inside. Back out to Chance, over to Braxton, down on the baseline to Appleby, back out to Chance, over to Braxton, thought about it, Appleby didn't want the 3, gets it back over to Chance on the left side. Gets it down low to Juju on the baseline. Spin move would have got it to the hoop there, but he decided not to take it. Chance, timeline, back over to Juju on the left wing. He tries to get down. McLaughlin all over him. Kicks it out top. In the corner, Appleby will launch the 3 ball. Air ball pulled down by McLaughlin. Unable to hit anything here early in the 3rd quarter. Nardell picks up the ball. Janik on the left wing. Poteet, top of the key. He'll shoot a 15-footer off the front of the rim. Rebound by Green. Juju Franks will pick up his 2nd. Trojans being very aggressive on the glass. Catching the Bulldogs a bit flat-footed here early in the 3rd period. So Nardell will trigger right under his own basket. Gets it into Janik. Skips it over to McLaughlin. Long 3 ball. Rattles in and out. Chance Smith with the rebound. They'll take it the other way. Stutter step, gets it into the front court. Picks up his dribble, needs some help. Down low to Appleby. Goes up off the glass and kisses it home. Luke Appleby, 6 points, first 2. Back to a 4-point game. Bulldogs trail. Nardell, stutter steps, get away with a walk again. Kicked out of bounds by Juju. Will be Trojan basketball. Right in front of the scorer's table, Luke Roger coming into Janik. He'll inbound the pass. Also, Crane back into the game for Coach Travis Allison. Over to Crane, right side, down the corner. Stutter step, Green drops it off to Poteet. Did a nice job of opening up the pass lane. 15 points for Aiden Poteet. Back to a 6-point lead. Chance gets it across, picked up there by Green. Bubba out top. Over to Juju. Juju's got to get going here. Down in the corner to Zacharias, skip pass over on the wing. Moving the ball nicely. Back over to Braxton. Elbow, Zacharias, turn around, 12-footer, nothing but net. That's what you need, Bubba. Zacharias, his first two. Full court pressure, they break it easy as McLaughlin gets it to Green into the front court, scoops it up. McLaughlin with the rebound, off the glass, Poteet kisses it home. 17 points for Aiden Poteet. They got to go after him in the paint, folks. Get that fourth foul, get him Keister on the bench. He's owning the lane here in the third period. Braxton back out top to Chance. They're going to reset the offense, still in that 2-3 zone. Back at Chance, over to Juju. He'll launch a three ball, a little bit short. Follows his rebound, gets it, got bumped by McLaughlin. Takes it to the glass, kisses it up. Nice job by Juju following his own shot. 4-point lead. Stolen by Chance Smith. He'll take it to the glass. Gets fouled. He'll go to the line, shooting two. Luke Rogers will pick up his second. Team's first. Nice job anticipating the pass by Chance Smith. Able to get the breakaway. Gets fouled as he goes to the glass. Thanks for tuning in tonight. C-Bus Sports Broadcasting. Here to cover McGregor High School Athletics. First shot for Chance is nothing but cord. So third point for Chance Smith, averaging 13.8. So defensively, the West Trojans doing a good job on the leading scores for this McGregor Bulldog basketball team. Misses a shot in and out. Should have been a foul, but Zacharias gets the rebound. Poteet picks up the loose ball. Green gets it over to down in the corner. Long three, air ball. Braxton can't control it. Up and off the glass is Aiden Green. So misplaying the ball, kisses it back to a 5-point lead. Chance will bring it across. Picks up his dribble. Kicks it over to Juju. Down on the baseline. Back out top to Chance. Launches the three ball. Off the back of the rim. McLaughlin and Crane fight for it. They bring it down. Crane will take it up the court. Gets a hand on the ball. Crane fights through it. Gets the shot off. Pushing it back by Poteet. No call. Shot goes up. Fights for the loose ball. Green throws it in to Chance Smith. Gets it to Juju. They run the other way. He'll take it to the glass. Get fouled. No call. Chance with the rebound. He'll throw it up with the left hand. Misses it. Should have been a foul call. Juju was hammered into the front court. Luke Rogers. 34, 29, 248. Rogers on the left corner now. Tries the baseline, drops it off to Poteet. Loose ball, should have been a 3-second. Misses a shot. Appleby gets the rebound. Kicks it off to Braxton. They're going to have the numbers. They're going to pull it back. Nice job by Braxton in the corner to Juju. Got to run a good set here. 2:30 in the quarter. 15-footer off the glass, off the rim. Could not get it to fall. We got a foul. So we get a foul on Luke Appleby, a push in the back away from the basket. So it'll be Luke's first, team's third here in the third period. West with one foul here in the third stanza. So Rogers will slowly walk it up. Had a couple opportunities at the hoop, could not get it to fall. In the corner, that's Overcash, back out to Rogers. Will Chandler into the game now for the Bulldogs. Down in the corner, that's Crane. He'll fire up a three off the back of the rim. Chandler with the rebound. Nice job blocking out. He'll drop it off to Chance. Chance gets it across midcourt stripe. Bubba on the baseline. Drops it off to the cutter to Juju. Misses the shot at the rack. Third one in a row. Got to finish. Crane should have got called for a travel. Overstreet, short on the shot. McCabe, loose ball, back to Crane. He'll throw another three. Off the rim, Juju brings it down. Into the front court to Chandler. Back out to Juju, looking for a crease. Not there, 128, 34-29, still your score. Take your time, dogs, let's put something on the board. Elbow, right side, in the corner to Appleby. Poteet on the bench. Over to Chandler. Elbow once again to Zacharias, skips it to Chance. He'll launch a three ball, nothing but net. Chance Smith, big three ball. Coach Allison wants a 30. We'll take one as well. 34-32, 107, third period.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Texas at highschoolofficials.com.
Good contest tonight here at McGregor. 3A Region 3 District 17 action. The 4-0 Bulldogs find themselves trailing by 2 with 1:07 left here in the third quarter. Crane, Rogers, McLaughlin, I believe it's over Cash and McCabe on the floor for the West Trojans as they'll inbound under their own basket. Full court man-to-man pressure. Drops it off to Crane. He'll walk it up. Picked up there by Juju as he meets him at midcourt. Gets a screen from Overcash. Stutter step down on the baseline. Steps on the line, out of bounds. Nice job by Appleby. Gives him the little nudge. Not enough to pick up the foul. Excuse me, folks. Camera did not flip the way I wanted it to. So Crane out, Nardell back in for Coach Allison. And he's talking to his 6'2" junior on what he wanted him to do there. So Chance picked up there by Rogers. Nice matchup between those two. Chance in the corner too. Chandler, step around, thought about it, gets it to Zacharias at the elbow, skips it over to Juju on the left side. Chance thought about it. Chandler at the elbow once again. He'll take it to the glass. Ball picked up loose on the, kicks it back out. Chance with the three off the front of the rim. Nardell with the rebound. That's going to be West basketball. Nice play by Chance Smith trying to knock it out of bounds. 22.47 on the clock. Ty Cook will replace A.J. McLaughlin. Cook's had a lot of minutes tonight. Played well. So Ario, Bubba out so he doesn't pick up that fourth foul. So Dominguez and Nate DeGreat. He'll replace Juju. Juju with 2. Only foul trouble really for the Bulldogs. So Nardell looking to inbound the basketball. Gets it into Overcash. Back to Nardell. 20 seconds. Dominguez will meet him at half court. Gets the screen from McCabe. Trying to find a glass. Gets it to the line. McCabe with the rebound and the putback. Picks up his first 2. Nate DeGreat will, actually it's Will Chandler will pick up his first. So a 4-point lead with 4.19 as McCabe tries to convert a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Shot flat, gets it to drop. DeGreat gets the shot up, a little short. Will go to the fourth and final stanza. 37-32, a 5-point lead for the Trojans of West High School on the road here at McGregor High School.
Thank you for tuning in to CBUS Sports Radio for tonight's broadcast. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at CBUS Sports Radio, all one word, for live updates on all our broadcasts. You can also listen to our broadcast archives on demand on our website, www.cbussportsradio.com.
So looking at the foul trouble, Aiden Poteet with 17 points. He has 3 fouls. He's on the bench right now. We'll see if he starts the fourth quarter. I don't believe he will. Bubba Zacharias with 3 as well. So the starters will be back in for Coach Zach Stumball here to get the final stanza underway as the Bulldogs trail by 5, 37-32. Rogers, McCabe, Cook, Nardell, and Overcash on the floor for the West Trojans. Been a good ball game tonight. We do appreciate you tuning in tonight. Go back and listen to the broadcast on our Mixler channel off of our website, cbussportsradio.com. I will post the videos recording tonight once I get home as well. So into the backcourt, Rogers will get it underway as we flip the clock. Gets called for a carry. Saw that 3 times on Friday night up at Whitney. Zacharias gets it into Chance Smith. Kai Cook back across the midcourt stripe. Zacharias on the left wing, down to Juju on the baseline. Fighting through on the floor. It's going to be over, Cash. Caden will pick up his first, team's first. Comes at the 7:44 mark. So Braxton Franks, leading scorer tonight for the Bulldogs with 9, will trigger the inbound underneath his own basket right in front of the cheerleaders. Juju steps into a 3-ball, nails it! What a big play right there. 2-point game. Rogers brings it across. Ball tipped around. McCabe able to come down with it. Loose ball. Braxton Franks pulls it. Drops it off to Bubba. Bubba quickly into the front court. Juju stutter steps. Throws it out of bounds. Or actually, nice play by Ledger Nardells. He was trying to hit Chance Smith in the left corner. Nice play by the senior defensively, getting back in transition. McCabe is replaced by Poteet. At the 7:20 mark, 3 fouls on the big 6'7" senior. Braxton Franks looking for an inbound here. Gets it out top to Bubba, picked up there by Cook. 2-3 zone once again. Skips it over to Chance. Down on the baseline, skip over to Juju, steps into the 3, a little short. Ball tipped, Braxton gets it back over to Chance. Nice job keeping the ball alive by Juju Franks. Braxton between the rings. Chance now. He'll step into a 3. Off the flange. Flaps it around again. Loose ball. That's not over and back. That's a tip ball. That is not over and back. That's a tip ball. So Braxton over to Juju on the right wing. Picked up there by Rogers. 2-man game. Back over on the timeline extended left side as Coach Stumball calls out the set. He wants the Bulldogs to run. Zacharias looking for a place. 12-footer off the rim. Poteet with the rebound. Nice job cleaning up the glass. Ledger Nardell skips it into Overcash. Back over to Poteet. Nardell takes a pump, floats it up, off the glass, rattles around, over the back, not called once again. That's Poteet able to bring the glass down, just using that 6'7" frame to control the paint. 39-35. Chance thought about it. Elbow, back cut. Gets it to Juju. Loose ball, couldn't control it. Will go the other way. Overcash floats it up. Rebound knocked around, gets it. Nardell pulls it back out. He'll step into a 3-ball. Rattles in and out. Zacharias fights for the rebound. On the floor, he's going to call it on, calls that on Bubba Zacharias. Not liking that call whatsoever, folks. Both players fighting for the basketball. So Bubba will pick up his 4th. So on the floor is Luke Rogers will inbound it. Should have been a no call in my opinion. They're both fighting cleanly. Poteet takes it to the glass. Misses the shot. Rebound pulled down by Chance Smith. Still a 4-point play. 4-point game, excuse me. Juju takes it to the paint. Fires it up. Zacharias with the tip on the follow. 4 points for Bubba Zacharias. Quickly down in the corner, Overcash. Kicked it back out to Rogers. Tries to find a crease. Floats it up from the foul line. McLaughlin out of bounds. Going to be Bulldog basketball. Actually, I thought the Bulldogs were over the back on that play, but I'll take the no call. 39-37. Bubba brings it across. Gets some help from Juju. Aiden Green on him. Elbow left side. Should have been a foul on the sweep by Rogers. Not called again. Gets it into the front court. Rogers cleans it up off the glass. He swiped down with a hammer. No call. 47-41, 37, and a foul. So Rogers with the foul, his 3rd. Team second, Will Chandler up off the bench. He's going to have to give Zacharias, I believe, a quick blow here because Bubba's got 4. Did not like that foul call. Don't usually like to take away from what the officiating crew's doing, but that should have been a no call in my estimation. Chance Smith out top, 4:44. Trying to get a screen, nothing there. Drops it off to Braxton. Down in the corner to Juju. He'll fire a 3 off the rim. Rebound pulled down by Overcash. Trojans owning the glass here in the fourth quarter as well. Rogers with the 3 ball. Long rebound. Appleby gets it into Juju. Left side goes up, gets rejected. A lot of contact, no foul call. Aiden Green into the front court, stepped on the line. It'll go the other way. Bubba back up quickly. Juju wanted the foul. A lot of lower body contact there. I thought it was clean up top, but he did get him with the lower body in my estimation. 41-37. Chance over to Juju. On the wing, down on the baseline to Appleby. Back out top to Smith. Over to Braxton Frank. High post left side. Back cut, McLaughlin read it. Quickly to the front court. Rogers will take it to the glass. Zacharias with the block. Drops it off to Chance Smith. He'll get it into the front court. Stutter step. Step around with the Euro step. Poteet with the rebound on the miss. Green to the glass. Zacharias with another block. Braxton Franks gets fouled by Rogers. That's his 4th, team's 3rd. So Zacharias gets another block. On the defensive end of the court, we've got a timeout. See what Coach Stumball's asking for. Is it a 30 or a full? Waiting for the official call here. Full timeout, we'll take one as well. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Back to action, CBUS Sports Broadcasting. 41-37. Bulldogs trail the Trojans by 4 at the 3:38 mark. So the Bulldogs will inbound full court on the baseline. Bubba Zacharias, Janik back in. He'll pick up on Chance Smith. Aiden Green all over Juju Franks. Gets it into Braxton. Back over to Chance in the backcourt. Working against Green. Skips it over to Juju. Into the front court. Juju thought about it. Appleby in the corner. Got to get a hoop here. 5-second call. Throws it into the backcourt and throws it away. Going to the glass is Green as Smith will pick up the foul. That was a good foul in my estimation, even though Green will go to the line shooting 2. So the errant pass by Appleby into the backcourt. Unforced turnover. We'll put Aiden Green at the line, shooting 2. Possession arrow favors the Bulldogs. 2 team fouls for the Bulldogs, 3 for the Trojans. Rattles in and out. So got to get a good block out here. Luke Appleby on Aiden Poteet. As Aiden Green will attempt the second shot here. Fan is really into it. Rattles again over the back. Zacharias, loose ball, gets it over to Chance. Quickly, yep, trouble in the back. Green with a bump, no call. Chance will get it across the timeline. Over to Juju. Reverse shot, don't like the shot there, Juju. Good play by Poteet. Like the action taking it at him, though, for sure. Try to get that foul. I understand what he's doing now. Janik, Poteet, elbow, right side, throws it up, misses the shot. Zacharias with the rebound, drops it off to Appleby. Juju into the front court, get some help on Chance on the right wing. Let Bubba get back in the set. 2:37, 4-point game. Big set, Janik, good job defensively. Gets a cross-court pass to Braxton. In the corner to Appleby. Pulls it back out. Juju top of the key, over to Chance. McLaughlin comes out to match him up. Milking some clock, 2:17. Trying to find the crease. Braxton looks for it, takes it to the glass, and gets it to drop. Nice cut by Braxton Franks. McLaughlin stutter step, should have been maybe a travel call. Green in the corner, picks up his dribble. Down low, throws it away. Zacharias goes the other way, gets it into the front court, gets it to Smith, launches a three ball and hits it. 42-41. Bulldogs first lead since the first quarter. Janik, 140 in the game. Poteet down low to Overcash, gets the shot up and in. Nice look there. He had to let it go because Bubba Zacharias would have fouled out on the game. 43-42. We have a timeout. Coach Stumbaugh talking to his team. Let's see what they call. Call a full timeout. We'll need to take one as well to save my breath. Save my voice, folks, for the last minute, 20 seconds here in this contest. Coming out on the floor for the West Trojans, a minute 35 left. Poteet, McLaughlin, Overcash, Nardell, and Coy Cook. Bubba Zacharias, Chance Smith, Juju Franks, Braxton Franks, and Luke Appleby. Bubba takes the ball back from Braxton, gets it across the timeline, gets it on the wing to Chance. Down by one, 43-42. Bulldogs looking to make a shot here. Chance, stutter step, gets it on the baseline. Nice job by Overcash to cut him off. Skip pass over to Juju. Right wing, gets it into the paint. Oh. Wow. Juju lost control of the ball. Foul's gonna be on Aiden Poteet, his fourth. Juju will go to the line, shooting two. I got to be honest, folks, I didn't see the contact there with the loose ball, but the Bulldogs will take the call. First shot for Juju is good. That ties it back up at 43 apiece at the 113 mark. Poteet still pleading his case, falling on deaf ears to the Zebras. Second shot for Juju. Misses the shot, Cook with the rebound. Drops it back off to Ledger Nardell, so bring it across on the right side. High post to Poteet. Chance Smith there in defense. Over to Cook, back out to Nardell. Under a minute now. Poteet, top of the key between the rings, trying to stretch out that zone defense. Nardell, timeline extended, left side. Reach around, not there. Gets it over to Overcash, stutter step, pretty close. Ball stolen away by Juju to Chance, to the glass and down. 45-43, 35 seconds left. Nardell brings it across in the corner to McLaughlin. He'll launch a three, air ball, Overcash, over the back. It's gotta be over the back. Nope, they're gonna call it on Juju Franks. Juju must have backed up into him as he went up into the air. Won't be a shooting foul. 45-43, 26 seconds left on the clock. Called it on Juju. So Luke Rogers will inbound. They're going to try to get it into Poteet under the glass, I'm sure. Kicks it down in the corner. Poteet back out to Cook. Over to Rogers. He'll launch a three ball off the side of the backboard. Rebound by Appleby. That should be an intentional foul as he was grabbed from behind by Rogers. It'll be his fifth. But Juju Franks will go to the line shooting 2 with 16.54. I thought Rogers, actually he must have, nope, he just is disqualified. Nice game for Rogers, 7 points for the senior, 2 above his average. So Juju at the line, shooting 2. Misses the first. Second shot, nothing but net. 3-point lead. So Coach Stumball takes a full, wants to talk it over. I like the call. We'll be back in a minute. C-Bus Sports Broadcasting.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play, that my worth isn't determined by my performance, that even on my worst day, I am worthy, that you see me learning, growing, and doing my best, and that is enough.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
16-some seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs leading by 3, 46-43. 16.54 on the clock to be exact. Appleby, Zacharias, Franks, and Chance Smith. McLaughlin inbounds it to Ledger Nardell. Across the court, in the corner to Janik. Picks up the dribble, out top to Nardell. 7 seconds, looking for the three-point shot. Poteet will put it up, misses the shot. Zacharias with the rebound. Bulldogs victorious, 46-43. Proved to 5-0 in district play. We'll come back and wrap this one up on C-Bus Sports Broadcasting.
In school sports, it's easy to see the wins, the moments that make headlines. But there's so much work that goes unseen for any of it to happen. My name is Phil Risen, and I'm the Executive Director of the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Throughout the country, athletic administrators dedicate countless hours to making life-changing opportunities possible for student athletes through sports. Their sacrifice is fueled by the belief that every student can grow and deserves their time to shine. On behalf of the NIAAA, we want to thank every athletic administrator for your tireless dedication to providing 7.8 million students across the country a path to a better future.
This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You're listening to the C-Bus Sports Radio High School Basketball Game of the Week. Well, the Bulldogs started off on fire tonight in the first quarter, jumping out to a 13-0 lead. West, give them credit. They fought back this entire game, had the lead into the fourth quarter. Your final tonight, 46-43, as the Bulldogs improved to 5-0 in district play, ending a 2-game win streak for the West Trojans. and we wish them safe travels on their way home tonight. Looking at the scoring in tonight's contest, Luke Rogers finishes with 7 points for the Trojans. Kai Cook with 2, John Crane with 2, Aiden Green, good ball game for that young man, 8 points. Caden Overcash with 2, Hayden McCabe off the bench with 3, and Aiden Poteet with 19 points tonight to lead all scorers in this district contest. For the McGregor Bulldogs, Luke Appleby with 6 points. Bubba Zacharias with 4, had a great job in foul trouble, getting the glass and a couple blocks late in this contest on the defensive end of the court. Ario Dominguez with 3. Chance Smith with 9 second half. Let me make sure I've got this right, folks. 11 points for him, So Chance ends up with 9 points in the second half to end with 11. Braxton Franks with 11 and Juju with 11 as well. So 3 players in double figures tonight for the Bulldogs as they improve to even up 12-12, 5-0 in district play. The West Trojans will drop to 10-11, 2-3. Upcoming broadcast here on CBUS Sports Broadcasting. Friday night, as the Bulldogs travel up to Clifton to take on the Cubs, we'll have that one. We'll see if we can stream that one for you off a remote feed from the studio. If we can do that, we'll let you know. Audio broadcast will be assigned to that as well. Once again, your final tonight, Bulldogs 46, West Trojans 43. Thanks for tuning in tonight to CBUS Sports Broadcasting. Please feel free to go out to our website, cbussportsradio.com, to listen to all of our archive broadcasts. As well, I will be posting the replay of tonight's video stream on our YouTube channel. Look up CBUS Sports Radio. 46-43, Bulldogs victorious. Have a great night, everyone. We'll be back on the air Friday night as the Bulldogs travel to Clifton to take on the Cubbies. Have a good evening, folks. You're listening to the CBUS Sports Radio High School Basketball Game of the Week.